Today we are dividing decimals by whole numbers. So here's a reminder about how to do long division, because it might have been a while. So you've got a couple things, some keywords: the dividend, the divisor, and the quotient. So normally you'll be given a problem: dividend, some number, divided by the divisor, which is another number. It may be in this form here, or it may be in fraction form. So you have the dividend as the numerator and the divisor as the denominator. This is still division. So what we do is we break out our long division symbol, which is this blue line here. We put the dividend inside the long division bar and the divisor on the outside. And the result after we divide is the quotient. So here's a review problem. If I have 732 and I'm dividing by 12, I rewrite my situation. So the first number goes in the house in the long division bar, and the second number goes on the outside, and I'm seeing how many times 12 can go into 732. I'm going to concentrate first on the 73. 12 can go into 73 6 times. 6 times 12 is 72. So I'm going to subtract. Well, I put 6 on the top, I subtract, and I get 1 here, and I'm just bringing down this other 2. Then that makes 12. So 12 goes into 12 once. So I've got 61 as my quotient of this division problem. This is basic long division. So let's take a look at some situations where we have a decimal being divided by a whole number. So we've got 2 steps here for you. First of all, after we write our long division situation, we're going to place the decimal point in the quotient directly over the decimal point in the dividend. And then we just divide like we normally would. So here we have 4.9 divided by 7. So I'm going to set up this problem. So it's 4 and 9/10 divided by 7. And then I'm going to divide like I normally would after I complete step 1, bringing that decimal point in the dividend directly up into the quotient. So I asked myself, can 7 go into 4? No, it cannot. But 7 goes into 49 exactly 7 times, because 7 times 7 is 49 with no remainder. So my final answer is 7/10, 0.7. Okay? Here's another situation. It's set up like a fraction, but my numerator is going to go inside the house. Let's do it over here. 21.2 divided by 16. So I'm going to complete step 1 by putting the decimal directly over the decimal point where it was, and I divide. Okay, 16 cannot go into 2, but 16 can go into 21 one time. 1 times 16 is just 16. I subtract and I get 5. Bring down my next number. 16 can go into 52. I'm going to estimate 3 times. You might not always know exactly, so you can off to the side just multiply. 3 times 6, 18. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1, 4. Okay. So I've got 48. I think that's going to be a good match because I can't squeeze in any more sets of 16 into 52 without going over it. So I'm going to put 3 up here, and I know that 3 times 16 is 48 because I just did the math. When I subtract, I get 4 left over. I've got no more numbers here, but I'm going to have to keep going because I cannot stop with a remainder. I've got to go until I get 0, just like my other problem. 16 can go into 40. Well, I know it can't go in 3 times because that's too much, so it's going to have to go in twice. 2 times 16, well, let's just do it over here. And you might know that one off the top of your head. 32. Subtract, I'm left with 8. I'm going to add 1 more 0, bring it down, and hopefully this gets me through with my problem. How many times do I think 16 will go into 80? Well, I know it's more than 3, and I'm thinking it's going to be more than 4. So let's try 16 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3, 80. So it goes in exactly 5 times, and I'm done, thank goodness. So my final answer, even though it goes to the thousandths place, this is still my final answer. I had to keep going until I had 0 at the end. I can't leave a remainder in my decimal. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you your problems. I want you to try them on your paper that you have, and then when you're, pause the video, and when you're done, play, and I'll show you the answers. Okay. So we're going to do 6.237 divided by 7. Okay, 7 to 62. Well, it can't go into 6, but it can go into 62 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56, I think. So 50. Subtract. I'm left with 6. And then 3. Okay, that goes in exactly 9 times because 7 times 3 is 63. But I have to bring this down, so it goes in 1. Oops. Okay, so that one's good. I'm going to do this one over here. 2.96 divided by 2. Bring that decimal up. 2 goes in 2 once. Oh, keep doing that. Okay, bring down the 9. 2 goes into 9. 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. And 2 goes into 16. 8 times exactly. And then this one right here, we're going to do 0.36 divided by 6. Whoops, we can barely see that, but it'll be okay. So it goes in 0, and 16 go into 36, 6 times. So for my final answers, hopefully you got this too. For the first problem, I got 0.891. For the second problem, I got 1.48. And the last one, 0.06. And here's all my work. Please check yourself and your work with my work.